Also our Mrs.
Malaysia.
Malaysia, Mrs. World, to be precise. The question for you three is, as a business owner yourself, how do you suggest that you can create a positive experience, positive employee experience for your team members? So maybe we can start with Stig.
Okay. I've always, as what I mentioned just now, I've always you know, support positivity in the working environment. So for the past 2-3 years, because we are a bit outskirt and it's very difficult to get professional employees as opposed to in a city area. So to find an HR, you can't get until today. We are still looking for a good HR personnel. So but people there, it is a very different culture to KL, and the competition is not there. So the work pace and the environment, being on an island, it may tend to bring people to slow down. Yes. So what we did is we are actually trying to create an environment where a business model where we would like to go for profit sharing, of which we would like to turn every employee, even from a waiter or waitress, rank and file level, to be more entrepreneur, because they do not understand what's profit. I had a staff who had a burger stall and he failed. So I said, you can't even handle a burger stall. So after 2-3 months, and I told him, I said, I can't really, I have been trying to teach him, but at the end of the day, it is the attitude of the person that matters. Because even your own business, you couldn't even save. We are Foochows, we don't just save. Foochows, being Foochow Chinese, if you look at it from the positive perspective, we are very thrifty. If you look at the negative perspective, it's good. So I always correct people, it is thrifty, okay? We are very thrifty people. So, this is the business model that we would like to implement for Marina Island itself, because we have a proven, this business model has been proven in our prawn farming business since the 80s. Because prawn farming business is very fragile and it's very prone to diseases. This is why normally prawn farms are not open for public viewing. We started with the profit sharing model up to 50% with our farmers, and we do not have to go to the farm to visit or to monitor. Even, we just went for a visit once or twice a year, and you still get the yield coming in. So this is a proven model, but the group of people who are in that line, they feel that it's the ownership of the business as their own, as opposed to because we do not go down to the ground, and it's really tough life. And by appreciating staff's contribution, so this is where we share our 50% net profit with our staff. So by that, we find it sustainable because we started in the 80s. So now for Marina Island, it's a totally different kind of business, different culture. So we are trying to make that happen. So in order to make that happen, we have to make everyone to have positive mindset, especially rank and files, to think that this is their own as well. Otherwise, it's just 8 to 5. They come and they go. It's a very different kind of environment. So this is what we plan to implement. And I always tell my staff, whatever mistakes that we make, don't say I resign lah, because resign will not solve the problem. The problem comes with a solution. So if you you really work on it, there will definitely be a solution. Like what my late uncle told me when he was having, kidney failure. He survived 8 years with a failed transplant kidney. He said, I don't have a problem. It's just a small issue. So he turned it around and he survived every critical condition of which the family always get a call. I think you guys need to get ready. But the next day, he was able to be discharged. So he ran through many rounds of miracles until it's too many times that his body couldn't make it. So, but this is the positivity and the willpower that I found in not just in my uncle but my family members and my family, my friends as well. I think whatever negativity or whatever problems that we encounter, we look at it from the positive perspective. Don't always ask, why me? Why happened to me? I always had that question in my mind, but you can never get the answer. So instead of asking, why me? Look forward, learn from the past, speak to friends and whoever that you trust, get some guidance and move forward. From being having insomnia problem person, I couldn't hear thunderstorms now. So either I'm too tired or I'm really a totally different person now. So and another question that I always ask my friends who came to me, oh, I have problem, this and that. I say, do you feel a stone in your heart? Here. At any point of time, I think majority of you will feel that. So that means you have to, I did not study any psychology or whatever, but through my experience from having a heavy stone here, I feel very light now. Whenever I walk, my pace is faster, and I feel energetic until night, until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I can still talk and I can still laugh. You see, so from it is actually an experience of which I think it is important to share. Previously, I was very a very quiet person, and I reserve a lot, and I don't share because malu. If I share anything that I'm unhappy, anything that happened to me in a bad way, I feel embarrassed to tell people or to share. But whatever that happened to me in the past, once I shared it, oh my God, you can feel that the whole world has been turned around. And what is the definition of a problem? To me, it's not a problem at all. A problem to me is that where I know tomorrow is not a day for me anymore. Means had a in a very critical condition, 4th stage cancer, whatever. But it's even a 4th stage cancer person can still survive. And I've got friends who went through all these stages. So nothing is impossible. Just think positive. Think everything from a positive perspective, and your life will be much happier. Your journey will be very smooth because you will have solutions all the time. That's the
What are you doing with Great Quest, bro? What are you doing?
I thought it would be all female, then only male. And then all the youngest last.
See, in order to live a happy life, your heart has to pump. And your heart can only pump sometimes when there's a shock. So I just gave you that.
I think I was the most quiet one because none of y'all know me. But we were, so I'm from Great Quest. My team is actually here tonight. The one who registered you guys is my team member. His name is Melvin. He's back. The one who keep on having the next button is Brandon and back there. So we are the quiet one doing the thing, making it happen. So the question again.
Oh my!
Sorry. I was really expecting to be the last. Actually, I think just to share a couple of things. Actually, Gen Y is not young already. We have now new younger generation called Gen Z. Yeah, they are the 2000, but they 00. Yeah, so my team has actually a few. I think 1999, 1998, and all that. So we are considered old already. Yeah.
Okay.
I can say it lah.
Oh my.
He just trying to say we are ancient. No, wisdom. So maybe I share two things we practice in our company. First of all, we are quite a young company. We are 3 years old. And second of all, I'm very happy to have my team actually supports me. I think I always tell them, alone you are not doing very well. You have to come in a team, work together, and it's just like fingers. I know most HR will not tell this. So in our company, we have two policies. We do ROWE, result-oriented work environment, which is very similar to SHAS, which means the time is determined by them. We have no time in, time out. So they are here lah, no time in, time out.
That's very dangerous. Work 24 hours.
Then, in fact, tomorrow we have another activity going on. So yeah, they have to work through the Easter and Good Friday. And then my team was like, okay, I can't go to the church because of this. I was like, okay. So the other policy we also do is put your strength at work. So it's actually very aligned to positive psychology without realizing it. Because I always believe in younger generations are actually very creative. They are very free flow, and if you put their strength at work rather than penalizing on their weaknesses, building on their strength, wonders may happen. All this that you see, our flyers, our brochures, our videos, Lawrence asked me to share a corporate video. Our corporate video, actually Lawrence is one of the actors. And we have a what we call a zombie, because we want to say you have a zombie culture in your company, then get TrickWest. So we empower that whole young team to do it. In fact, 2 days ago, I was at Marina Island, and then my team had an event, so I was not there at all. So luckily, it just runs smoothly and all that. So I always believe in empowering them, putting their strength at work, and like some of the panelists shared earlier, just let them do. Mistakes will always happen, error will always happen, but put their strength at work, encourage them more, and yeah, things will work through with the young generation, I think. So I speak for the young generation.
Right, thank you very much.
Well, coming from the perspective of a business owner, I myself am a very young, mature entrepreneur, wannabe. So having to have experience of having staff